Welcome back to Tailgate Talk. I'm your host, Wyatt G, here with my co-host,
Storyline of the Year.
Storyline of the Year. We got Murphy up in here. Today, we are doing the Packers 2024 draft reaction and going over who we all selected. And we'll just talk about those players and some of their stats we noticed. We did a little research, right? Wow, we did something actually prepared. So let's get right on into it. If you like going to sporting events, live concerts, or live events, make sure you download the app SeatGeek and use code WyattG to get $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. The funny part is, for the Brewers opening day video, well, I just had Paul use his email, and I got the code WyattG, got $20 off of our tickets. If you want to get $20 off going to a Brewers game, Taylor Swift concert, Packer game, whatever you're interested in, make sure you use code WyattG. Hopefully, we'll see you guys at a concert or Packers game or even a Brewers game. Go download it. Let's go. See you there. Number 25th overall draft pick in the NFL draft. This one shocked me, I'm not going to lie. We got Jordan Morgan, offensive lineman from Arizona. Stoy, what did you think about that move?
I was honestly a little bit shocked. There were a lot of big names on the board. Cooper DeJean, Kool-Aid McKinstry, your boy. What were you thinking about Kool-Aid being up on the board?
Dude, I saw him up there, and I was super excited, like very. All of a sudden, Corey for Cheesehead TV, he goes, Jordan Morgan. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, that's who we just drafted. I'm like, and I saw offensive lineman. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I mean, it definitely took me by surprise for sure. But I see why with Bakhtiari being gone and still some question marks on the O-line. I can see why. Protect the future as in Jordan.
But I like his versatility. He can play off anywhere on the offensive line. He's got experience guard center. I expect him to start at right guard week 1. I know that's a big prediction, but I expect him to start at right guard week 1.
The one thing I noticed about this overall draft with the Packers picks, there's a lot of experienced players and very versatile players. Like with Jordan Morgan, he's a 2-time All Pac-12. He's highly athletic, and he participated at the Senior Bowl. So there's a lot of experience that comes with that, and that's what exactly the Packers want, is experience and versatility, and Jordan Morgan fits the description, and he was one of the best still on the board, which the Packers always go with the best on the board, which has been Goody's tactic for a while, and it's always been working, so we can't really disagree with it.
Right, and Goody we trust.
He's a big boy, 6'5", 311 pounds. He ran a 5.04 40-yard dash, and
27 reps, 225.
Yeah.
Can you do that, Stoyvon?
Jeez. No. Now, moving on to the second round, the Packers drafted Edgerrin Cooper, linebacker out of Texas A&M. And if you guys go back to our prediction video for the mock draft, hey, I had him in the first round, but second round, we'll take it. Edgerrin Cooper is a dog. He had 17 tackles for loss and 8 sacks and was named All-American in 2023.
I was surprised that he made it to the second round, honestly. I mean, his stats jump off the board. His combine stats jump off the board. He's a freak in nature, as Quay Walker is. I expect him to start. I don't see why he wouldn't be an all-pro caliber type of guy or play long-term in the NFL.
I'm very excited for this pick. I'm very excited. He's a great player, and with the loss of Devondre Campbell, there was a question mark of who's going to be that next linebacker next to Quay, and I think that question has now been filled. Now, later in the second round, the Packers get another defensive player with the 58th overall pick. The Packers selected a dog out of Georgia, Javon Bullard. Now, that is a great player.
Again, I was surprised he was on the board, too. He wasn't for our mock draft. I think the computer was playing a little bit cutthroat on us. I mean, teams kind of drafted what they needed more than best player in some scenarios. So Javon Bullard sort of fell right into our lap, and it's going to work out great. I have a good feeling.
A lot of safeties and DBs fell in the draft this year when they were projected to be picked a lot higher, which a lot were surprising, and we got a really good safety with this. I mean, he's got a ton of experience playing slot and free safety. He produced 12 pass breakups and 4 interceptions in 22 starts at Georgia. So he's got a lot of experience. He was a sophomore only, too, at Georgia.
When he started out, yeah. Javon Bullard is just another guy that's going to help our defense get to that elite caliber that we've been waiting for as Packer fans.
And besides just defense, he also can be an impact player on special teams. That's one thing these young guys are going to have to really do if they want to get more reps and more time on this roster. You got to be able to do it on special teams. That's the basis for it. And then if you do that really well, you know, a lot more opportunities. In the third round, with the 88th pick in that round, we got running back out of USC, Marshawn Lloyd.
Dog.
Wow, this was a big one, very unexpected. What did you think of this pick?
I expected someone to come from USC to the Packers. I thought it was going to be Brendan Rice later on in the draft.
Yeah, I was hoping.
We both thought that.
He's unsigned right now.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy
That's
too.
crazy
That
to
is
think.
insane. I feel like he's gonna find a way on a team for sure. Besides that, Marshawn Lloyd, very versatile back. I know we say this a lot, but he is very versatile. He's got that second gear. He's explosive. He can make a end zone run at any single time, and that's what I love. Aaron Jones is a very good comparison. I think he's a little bit faster. He's got more of that breakaway speed than Aaron Jones
You
had.
think he's a little faster, huh?
I do think he's a little bit faster.
Interesting.
A little bit faster. Doesn't have experience. I'm not saying he's Aaron Jones caliber yet, but I feel like he's got a little more speed on Aaron Jones. But
He knows how to pass catch.
for sure,
That's the biggest thing, is being a running back that can also catch and take off and create space down the field, besides just running that thing.
because we do have great workhorses with Josh Jacobs, AJ Dillon. I mean, Emmanuel Wilson will get his reps too, but
Ellis Merriweather.
I feel like Marshawn Lloyd will be a good RB2 or RB3 depending on how good and how fast he can adjust to the NFL talent.
He's got a lot of reps. I mean, he averaged 7.5 yards per carry, had 47 missed tackles on just 115 carries last season, and scored 21 career touchdowns. So he has experience. He has the stats to back it up, and he was a Senior Bowl invite. So going again with that experience, he's got the titles to back it up as well. And it should be really exciting to see that running back room, how they compete, how they try to raise each other and get better, because there's some really good players in that running back room this year, and it's going to be exciting to see what they can produce all together.
Right. A lot of people at the draft were saying he was the best running back, if not one of the best running backs in the draft, and I'm just glad he's coming to the green and gold.
He's small. He's 5'8", 220, though. Big boy.
That's packing a
big.
punch. That's packing a punch.
And he ran a 4.46. 36-inch vertical, and he had 25 reps on the bench. This man, low-key, is strong as hell. He is a buff boy. He might be...
He's
he
gonna be
reminds me
big, but he's got them burners too. He's got that breakaway. Watch that tape.
He reminds me of more of a better Marshawn Lynch in the pass-catching game, honestly.
That's some high praise.
Yeah.
That's some high.
I love the way he plays. He plays really hard and aggressive, the way he runs. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of Isaiah Pacheco, too,
Okay.
with the aggressive running. I love aggressive running.
I really hope he does develop into something that we can use long term. That'd be awesome.
Now, later in the third round, we got another linebacker for that room out of Missouri, Tyrone Hopper, or Hooper, Hopper. Tyrone Hopper. Tyrone, right? Tyrone or Tyrone?
Tyrone Hopper.
Tyrone Hopper. Just want to make sure I get it right. If we're wrong, let us know in the comments.
He's a very experienced linebacker. He played a lot of special teams at Missouri. He's smart. He uses IQ a lot. He's gonna fit very well with the Packers defense because there's a lot of experience there, a lot of IQ to go around. So I feel like he'll fit right in with that, and he'll fit right in with the Packers scheme.
Like the reoccurring theme with all of our draft picks, experience is the main thing. I mean, look at what he's produced. 31.5 tackles for losses, 9.5 sacks over 51 games, and 26 starts. He was second team All-SEC last year, almost 500 special team snaps. What? And a Senior Bowl invite and a team captain. He's got the titles to back it up. He's got the experience. Now he's going to add that to the linebacker room with the Packers when we already have Quay, Edgren. I'm excited to see how Hopper does, Hopper does.
Yep, Hopper. Tyrone Hopper.
Hopper. I gotta remember this, guys. But it's gonna be exciting to see what he also adds to this room, and kind of has a competitive edge with some of the other linebackers like Isaiah McDuffie and Ewell up in there. So I'm excited, and he can play special teams right away. So
He'll be
special teams. That's the way to go. too.
Yep. If he plays hard, he'll compete and he'll find a way on the field, just how he did at Missouri.
Now in the fourth round, we got another defensive piece, safety out of Oregon, Evan Williams. Again, experience at safety with over 300 tackles across 45 starts, two-time All-American Mountain West, one-time All-Pac-12, 500 career special team snaps, produced 4.5 sacks in his final season at Oregon, had 9 pass deflections, and picked off 3 passes at Fresno State in 2021. So experience, a lot of titles, so this man can play. Like, he adds a lot of knowledge to the safety room that we already got. Like, with Bullard, Xavier, now Evan Williams. We got some really good guys that have a lot of experience and football IQ. What did you think of that pick?
The first thing that when I seen his tape, I thought immediately Jamal Adams. I thought, man, we're gonna be able to use him on third and distance. We're gonna be able to put him around the line. We're gonna be able to let him make plays, just like Jamal Adams has done in Seattle, New York. I feel like that he's a little bit different than the other safeties we got, and that's what makes him so unique. And he'll be able to have his own type of niche to make a way on the field.
I think the most exciting part about getting all these defensive picks, we have a new defensive coordinator who's a lot more aggressive with his safeties, and he loves his safeties. And what are we doing this draft and in free agency? We're loading up on safeties. The Packers are still the youngest team in the league and one of the better teams. This is going to be really this is going to be a fun experiment to see how this all goes next season.
They're a young team, and they were proved to be a top 10 team in the league last year, if not top 5 when the ball's rolling right with Jordan Love and whatnot. We didn't change much at all. If anything, we cut away the players to get younger.
We got better.
Yes.
We got a lot better.
And we even got younger. How does that happen? When we're the youngest player, when we're the youngest team in the league, we can get even younger.
And even better, like, that's super rare. But the Packers are defying the odds right now in real time.
Right. This season's gonna be awesome. I'm staying tuned for sure, and as all of you need to.
And a little bit extra with Evan Williams. He's very athletic with immediate special teams ability. Like we said, that's where it starts. He's 22 years old, 5'11", weighs 206 pounds. He had a 4.59, 40.5-inch vert. That's pretty good. And then 18 reps on bench. So this man is athletic and he's strong, and he's going to add a lot to that safety room. Moving on to the 5th round, we're loading up the O-line back again with offensive lineman from Duke, Jacob Monk. A lot of people are very excited about this pick. Murphy, what did you think?
Jacob Monk's going to be a very good player to add to the Packers rotation and depth. We need as many O-linemen as possible for sure. I love the load up, protect Jordan Love. Bigger dude.
It's kind of crazy to see how far he fell considering he's experienced, he's versatile, he's highly athletic. Like, if you look at him, he can play guard, center, and right tackle. The Packers traded up 5 spots to get him. He's a team captain and a 3-time All-ACC guy. The skills, team captain, like, the Packers are getting leaders. They want to add these guys that are team players. They add a lot to the room and overall want to be there and make a culture. And that's exactly what we're getting with Jacob Monk. This is a great pick. And it's just going to add more competition to the O-line and make them better.
Healthy competition, though. That's what we need for a champion contending team, is healthy competition to make everyone better, for sure.
His stats are crazy. He's 6'3", weighs 308. He had a 5'09", 40, and he had 31 reps on bench. This motherfucker is strong, man.
Yep, big boy. That's what we like.
Exactly.
That's what we need. Protect J-Love at all costs.
Exactly. That's all we need. And we got two offensive linemen already in this draft that look like they're going to be able to get this job done. Moving on to the 5th round, now we are filling that safety room position in again with safety out of Oregon State, Keaton Oladipo. Are you sure? Is it Oladipo?
Yeah. Oladipo.
Is it actually?
Keaton Oladipo.
All right, well, let us know in the comments how to pronounce it because I have no idea.
Let this shit know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, let me know how to pronounce it. I just want to make sure I get it right. I don't want to be like a dumbass, but anyway.
Oregon State.
Keaton Oladipo, Oregon State, another safety, a lot of experience, and he's very versatile what he can do. He made 39 starts, and he made a lot of plays with Oregon State. He had 27 pass breakups, 3 picks, and 15 tackles for loss. He was also a team captain, recurring theme, 3-time All-Pac-12, former cornerback with excellent size, strong safety type, will need to earn snaps on special teams, but hey, I think he will get some snaps. I mean, he's got a lot of experience. The talent's there, the title, the competition is going to be immense for that safety room.
100%. The Packers stick to the theme of loading up the defense for the new defensive coordinator, give him as many options, as many weapons as possible. I love this pick. I would say give the new defensive coordinator as many options as he can. There's going to be competition. He has a 4.5, 40-yard dash. That's not the quickest for a safety. He's a little bigger at 6'2", 216.
That's a massive safety, bro.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's a little bigger for sure.
I think where you start seeing these guys, you get to understand their play style, how they play. training camp. I am looking forward to training camp, to seeing these guys all practice, go against some other teams, go against each other, because we have a lot of experienced players, and offensively, we have a lot of damn good receivers. So they're going to get some reps, and against these boys, they're going to go to war, and I cannot wait to see iron sharpen iron with these guys. Moving on to the 6th round now, we got another offensive guy out of Georgia State, Travis Glover. Massive guy, lots of experience. He was a 5-year starter. There we go again, experience. Oh, no surprise. He was first team all-conference in the Sun Belt. He's 6'5", big dog, 332 pounds. He ran a 5.27, and he had 27.5-inch vert. He's athletic, he's got a lot of experience, and he's got a lot of potential. Again, adding competition to that O-line room is going to be very important to keep these guys on their game, ready for the season, and also have a lot of rotational guys as well. What did you think of this pick, Murph?
Right. I think it was another pick to give as many options to protect Jordan Love as possible. If someone goes down or if he can't find a starting rotation, be even a rotation player, there'll be ways for him to get on the field. He's a bigger guy, versatile guy, and teams need that. And I'm glad the Packers picked him up.
Now, moving on to the 7th round, we have 2 picks left in the 7th round, and we stick to offensive again with getting quarterback out of Tulane, Michael Pratt. 4-year starter who threw 90 touchdowns, ran for 28. He was 2-time All-AAC and Offensive Player of the Year in AAC in 2023. So he's adding some competition now to the quarterback room. What do you think about the Packers drafting a quarterback?
I think the Packers drafted to make sure there was competition in the quarterback room, like you just said. I mean, it's nice to always have a great, solid backup quarterback, and if he can fill the shoes of a solid QB2, then why not keep him, hold him around?
These young guys got to build each other, help each other grow for sure, and that's what it's all about. He's 6'2", weighs 217 pounds, and he has a 36-inch vertical. For a quarterback, that's not bad.
No,
makes sense
for
why
sure.
he had 28 rushing touchdowns, and that's pretty crazy for a quarterback too. But it'll be interesting to see what Michael Pratt adds to this quarterback room for competition. So that's a very interesting pick by Goody. Moving on to the last pick. Now, this might be one of the biggest sleepers in the draft. A lot of people were hyped when we made this pick. With the 255th overall pick in the NFL draft, in round 7, the Green Bay Packers selected Kalen King, cornerback out of Penn State. Now, he fell really deep. What do you think of that pick, Murph?
He did fall really deep in the draft. I thought we were going to pick him instead of Keaton Oladipo earlier on in the draft, but we ended up getting them both. Him falling, or I don't like the 4.6 140-yard dash, doesn't stand out as much, but the one thing that makes him a very good player is his IQ and putting himself in a good position to make plays.
He didn't have the best season last year, unfortunately, but in his most productive year in 2022, he had 3 picks and 21 pass breakups. He ran slow at the combine, but then again, that's the combine. When it gets to actual game time, that's what really matters. He's 21 years old. He's super young. He's 5'11", 191 pounds. He ran a 4.6 140. He's a cornerback. He's going to compete with these other guys. He's going to have to learn from Jair, from all these other cornerbacks and DBs that we got. And it's exciting to see where these guys will end up because it's a lot of leadership, a lot of young guys, a lot of excitement, and a lot of talent. The Packers drafted 3 offensive linemen filling the offensive line. There's a couple question marks of who's going to be starting, who's going to be backup. So they're going to go to battle. We got a backup quarterback. We got a running back added to the roster. We added 2 linebackers. We added 3 safeties. And we got a cornerback. A lot of refilling the defense for our new defensive coordinator.
It was definitely a defensive draft. We did guess 1 pick right, not necessarily.
Let's go! We did it. Shout out Ed Grin. Let's go. We're happy to have you, bro. Happy.
He definitely fit the personnel of the Packers. Bigger, faster linebacker that we've been liking. Who is your biggest surprise? And then who is your personal favorite draft pick and think that they'll be an immediate starter?
So the most surprising one, obviously the Jordan Morgan round 1. That was very surprising to me. I thought we were going to get Kool-Aid
for sure.
or Edgren. But my favorite one though, come on, I gotta go with Edgren. Like,
Ooh.
called that one different round, but that I'm so happy we got Edgren because when we literally watched his tape, we were hyped and we're like, bro, if we actually get him,
Crazy.
that's gonna be sick. So, all right, Mer, what was your biggest surprise in the draft, and who was your favorite pick?
My biggest surprise for sure was Jordan Morgan. I feel like we were gonna pick offensive lineman. I didn't know we were gonna go Jordan Morgan, but I kind of like now that I got a little bit more details and understand more of the reason why that the Packers picked him. That was definitely the biggest surprise. My favorite one, I did like Edgerrin Cooper a lot. It's more of a 1A, 1B, but I would say, yeah, Marshawn Lloyd. He was my favorite pick. He just reminds me so much of Jonesy, and I feel like I'm going to be getting a lot of nostalgia in these next couple of years if he hangs around. So
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we didn't get a receiver, honestly.
Right.
I'm a little surprised, but we do have a plethora of receivers, and we have like 3-4 tight ends, so
I like the idea of
staying true to them.
Yeah, right. Staying true to receivers. Give them another year,
Yep.
and then we'll see what we
Yep,
got.
I agree.
We're going defensive because we went offensive last year. Give Jordan Love as many weapons as possible, picking up 2 tight ends and a plethora of wide receivers.
Let us know who you think the Packers should have drafted. And yeah, let's get some spicy takes in the comment section. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. We got some crazy things coming back at you. Packers Qs, down on Driver softball game. We got some cool things coming. Oh,
Wait,
but he's got the shirt on. Oh, AJ Dillon camp. Yep. That's
we got
coming
the
up.
AJ Dillon camp coming up. Your boy will be there.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment this video, share with your dog. Join us along for this journey. See you guys next time. Go Pack Go.
Win the Super Bowl. Peace and love.